Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of Vision Marketing and Design.com. And today we are live inside of our Vision Marketing and Design team training, where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an exciting week because I am going to show you all how I actually automate my YouTube marketing. So there are many ways that you can do this, and I'm going to show you today. I'm basically going to break it down this week. Every single day I'm going to show you something different. So today what we're going to talk about is actually how to live stream to multiple places. I want to show you how to do it kind of on the fly, like if you just decide, okay, I'm going live, or if you want to actually plan it all out, create an event, and then you can even utilize the e-learning and a webinar platform. So I'm going to show you how to use all of these different softwares and incorporate or integrate them with one another. So it sounds really, really complicated, but I promise you that I'm going to make this as simple as possible. So before we get started, let me go ahead and move this around here. And I want to make sure that everyone can get logged in. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So if you're not a Team Vision member yet, it's okay. You can still watch on the YouTube channel or my Facebook page, but just know that I only answer questions inside of my group when I'm live. I do my best to come back and answer questions, but if I give away any resources or anything, just know that those only go to my team members. Okay. So if you want to join Team Vision, you can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com, and I won't go through all of these things today. But definitely lots of resources and benefits, like 30 days of social media content every single month, $10,000 in courses, also 85,000 plus free PLR products that you can use. So you can check out all the benefits here, and it's only $47 a month. You will not find another resource that is less expensive than that. So to go ahead and get logged in here, you just want to log in here. I'm going to click here to get access. Now, to join the live, you need to click here, and you will see that we actually have the live broadcast right here. However, to be able to comment, you need to go up here in the menu and then click on live. Okay, so then you will see that you can actually add your name. It looks like Shawan is here. As long as you're logged in, you'll be able to comment. Now, there is a note up here. If you joined before 10/7 of this month, you will have to create an account. Okay, so of course it's free. The reason is because we went from the old e-learning to the new modern e-learning, and so for me to be able to give you access where you can actually have your name when you make a comment, you need to log in. Okay, so anyway, so having said all of that, to access today's training, you can do that on the live, but after, if you're looking at the replay, you'll see here, and I'm trying to put the most recent one after step 3. All the new people really just need to go step 1, step 2, and step 3, because that's the basics. No matter what you want to do to monetize your passion, you need to online anyway, you need to understand how to create a website. You need to understand email marketing, and then there are some traffic tips as well. So these are great modules to get you started. But what we're going to talk about this week is automating YouTube marketing. Okay, as a solopreneur or a business owner, you need to automate as many things as possible to be efficient, but also be effective as a single person. So if you click here, you'll actually see here are all the videos for this week. The only one that actually has a video is this one, because this is what we're talking about today. If you click there, you can actually see it going live. Here is the document that you want to download. Okay, so this document is going to go along with this video. So if you're watching on the replays and you're like, where is that document at? It's in the replays section right here. Okay, so the document that we're going to talk about today is this one here. Okay, so how to go live to many places at once. What we're going to talk about today is Restream, which is the platform that I use. I'm going to show you in just a second. You can actually click here to get a $10 credit on your account if you decide to sign up for Restream. I will also tell you too that if you do sign up for Restream, watch around Black Friday, because they oftentimes have promo codes, and I actually last year got a 50% off promo code, so I definitely definitely have a great value for my Restream account. But we're going to talk about Restream, which is what we're going to use to stream live everywhere. And then we're also going to talk about how to actually integrate OBS and Zoom and why you would do that, okay? So OBS, of course, you can live stream with Restream. You can do all of this that I'm going to show you within Restream. But there may be times that you want to use OBS for some of their features, like the ability to have different scenes and overlays. And you can do some of that stuff in Restream. But the thing that I like about OBS is that you actually, it records at a much higher quality video than Restream does. So you can actually record like 4K in OBS. And if I'm not incorrect, I think Restream only records in a 720. So unless that's changed, but I just definitely noticed the video quality on the recording is a lot better when you use OBS. And then sometimes on Zoom, you know, if you can invite up to 10 participants in your Restream stream directly through Restream. So again, you don't have to use Zoom or anything like that. But if you do want to invite more people and like have a Zoom meeting, then I want to show you how you can still use Zoom, but also use all the features in Restream. Okay, so before we get started and all that, I'm going to go ahead and just move this replays or the live stream over here so I can make sure to still see all of your questions and comments here. Okay, so if you guys have commented already, just let me know again, because I got off the screen and then it erases the comments because we reuse this. So if you have already asked a question, definitely re-ask it. Is that a proper way of saying that? Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is Restream. Let's go back to the dashboard. I'll just give you a quick overview of Restream. I'm actually using Restream right now, which is why it looks like this. Let me see if I can actually go back to the dashboard. Okay, so it's making me show you this section here, okay? But that's okay. So the first thing that you want to do with Restream is you want to make sure to connect all your accounts, okay? Now, let me see if it'll actually let me go. It'll be really unfortunate if okay, so it's not going to let me show you while I'm live. That really stinks. But to connect all of your accounts, all you have to do is literally just click here and then it will log you in. Okay, so that's all you have to do to connect Restream to your accounts. And I see here that this is actually recording in 1280 by 720. So that's just something that you need to think about. It's absolutely not necessary that you use OBS or Zoom. You can totally do all of this within Restream, and they actually really do have some cool features for live streaming. And I am so sorry that I can't show you that because it is making me, okay, actually it will let me show you this part. So this is basically what the live streaming looks like. And because I'm actually live streaming and sharing my screen, that's why you get that infinite look like that, where it's like you're going down in a tunnel. But it's not, you know, obviously you guys can see it's not the actual video. It's just what it looks like inside of here. So you do have, you know, some chat functions here. You can add captions. You can change the different branding colors. You can add your logo and add some overlays. You can add video clips and things like that. You can change the background. You can change the layout here on any of these things. You can choose to share your screen. You can invite guests. You can also add a source here, which I've never done. And then you have some settings here. Okay, so lots of really cool functions. You can add your captions here. So if I wanted to say, let's say if I wanted to say, hey, follow Restream on Twitter, I could do that, and it kind of rolls out like that. So lots of really cool things. Here's some the chat. So if someone is commenting, just so you know, though, that if you're using like Facebook groups or something like that, they actually have to like connect their account to the Restream chat for their name to show up. So again, it's one of those things you really just have to determine what your purpose is. Okay, so you could totally choose any of these places Any of the places, Restream actually will live stream to like 30 plus different places. Okay. So it just depends on the plan that you choose, how many places you can use. If you're using multiple, like Facebook, like a Facebook page and a Facebook group, there is a limit on that, again, depending on your plan. So lots of different options. Okay. So when you want to create an event, what you want to do is actually click here, and you'll see here that the events come up. You'll just want to, now, why do you want to create an event? The reason that you want to create an event is so that you can prepare ahead of time. Okay, this is what I do every single day, because I just showed you how you can go live inside of Restream. But now what I want to show you is how to create an event and get all of this set up so that you don't have to automate this every single time. Okay. So when you create an event, what it does is it actually creates within Restream a certain RTMP setting. Okay. So the RTMP setting is different for each group. Okay. If you want to go live, you can just go live. You can also use the main RTMP settings. Let's see, wherever the live is. I'm so sorry, you guys. This looks different when I'm live, and I did not anticipate how different it looks. But you will see in the main homepage. Okay, so here it was, and you'll see. It just disappeared. But down here on your main home page, it'll say RTMP settings. All right. You don't want to worry about that unless you're going to use it all the time. If you want to use a specific event that's going to have a different YouTube link, it's going to have, all these things are different. I definitely recommend using events. Okay. So when you want to prepare all of this and get all of this set up ahead of time, and you don't want to go live into Restream, meaning you want to use something else, you're going to create an event. Okay, so you can create an event by clicking here. You're going to choose, do you want to use Restream to go live? Do you want to use OBS, Zoom, or something else? Or you can actually stream live a recorded video using Restream. So since I like to use OBS and Zoom, I'm going to click here because I'm going to utilize those RTMP settings. Now, you don't have to know what RTMP means. You just have to know that's the magic code that I need to connect another software to Restream. Okay? If you know that, you know everything you need to know. So I'm going to click here, and then here you're going to put your title. Okay? So I'm just going to say test. Or actually, just to give you a real world example, I would type like live training. Of course, I would spell it right. Live training. And then I would say, join us for today's live training where I change your life. Okay, hopefully I do change your life, but if I don't, I'm just overshooting myself. All right, so now we want to say what day and time are we going to go live? Now there is a limit, obviously, because this is in 1 minute. So they're saying, hey, you can't do that so close. But let's say I wanted to plan this for tomorrow. And I'm going to say that I'm going to go live at 2 p.m. like I do every single day. So I am going to choose 2 p.m. Now I can upload a thumbnail. Okay, so I can choose any thumbnail that I want to. Lately, I've been customizing the thumbnail depending on whatever we're talking about that week. And you'll see here, let me just go ahead and we'll upload. Let's see. So I created a thumbnail. You can use the same thumbnail. You can use different thumbnails, but here's my thumbnail I created, and I just used Canva to create it. So I'm going to say that's good size. And then I'm going to click next. Okay, now when I click next, you're going to see here that it's connecting all of these. Now, let's say that I wanted to add a description to YouTube, but I didn't want to add it to Facebook or any of these others. What I could do is click here, and then I could change the description specifically for YouTube. I could also change the privacy settings and make it public, private, or unlisted if I wanted to. And then also for Facebook, I could do the same thing. Okay, so I could also add channels if maybe I didn't select them or something like that. And then when you click create an event, it's going to look like this. Okay, so let's go back to our cheat sheet here, and I've showed you here, and I even have an image here just in case you, you go to do it and you're like, wait, what did she say? How do I do that? So here is the image to help you with that. Okay, so now get the link from the YouTube event we just created and add to the e-learning or the webinar. Okay, so these instructions will help you do that. So the first thing we want to do is we want to click on the event. Okay, so you see here, we're just going to click here, and then you'll see that this opens up the window, basically the event that we created. So now, if you look on here, I actually give you a little tip just to save you time, because you could click here and then it'll go to the YouTube channel and then you can get the link that way. But what I like to do to save a step is I just go to where it says view event here, and you see how it underlines that. That's actually the link to this specific YouTube video that's going to live stream within this event. Okay, so if I want to get the link to this YouTube video, I can just right click and then I can click copy link address. Okay, so now I don't need this anymore. Now what I need to do to go to, let's follow the directions here. So we've already done that. And then it says add YouTube event link to the modern e-learning. So I already have the e-learning pulled up, and you'll see it says YouTube live on main page. So I want to click here, and you can see that's where you want to paste that link. Okay, so when you do that, now when you go live with that event inside of Restream, it's going to go live everywhere. But since you pasted the YouTube video link here, it's also going to go live inside of your e-learning. So when it goes live inside of the e-learning, you're going to see, just like I showed in the beginning, you're going to see that video playing on the home page there, and then you're also going to see it in the live chat where people can actually chat with you. Now, what if you want to add this to a webinar page instead of an e-learning? You simply go to the webinar, create your webinar like usual, and then you could just paste the YouTube link there. Now, until it starts playing, and if you guys haven't noticed with mine, it'll just say, preparing. It'll give them the option to click to remind them, and all of that is done through YouTube. So it's really cool to be able to utilize those features. Okay, so really, really simple. All you need to do is just get that link. And then I even showed you here exactly where you want to paste it in the e-learning, and then also exactly where you want to paste it in the webinar. Okay, so now let's talk about how to integrate with Zoom and OBS. Okay, so we've talked about that with YouTube, but we need the RTMP settings to be able to integrate with OBS and Zoom. So what we're going to do is, once we've created the event, we want to click here and then get the settings. Okay, here is the key that you want. So I'm going to click here. That is the magic key. We have it copied on our clipboard right now, and you'll see here how you can get those settings. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to Zoom first, because that's what we have here. So I already have my Zoom opened up. Now you need to make sure that you have a Zoom meeting scheduled, but what I'm doing right now is I'm saying, for this event that I just created, I want to incorporate this Zoom meeting. Okay, so when I go live inside of this meeting, like say our Friday Q&A, if I go live, as long as that event is set up and I have those RTMP settings, I have that magic key copied to my clipboard, no matter where I paste that, either OBS or Zoom, it's going to go live with all of those settings that I just told it to do in Restream. Okay, so what we're saying is, hey, Restream, we're not going to go live inside of Restream. We're going to go live on Zoom, but I want you to do all the things I told you to do with that event inside of Restream. I still want you to go live to YouTube and to my Facebook page and to my channel and to Twitch, and I want it to have all of the same titles and all of those things. That's what we're telling Restream. Okay, so when I want to incorporate our Friday Q&A, then I can click here inside the meeting, and you can scroll down here, and you don't have to have the webinar Zoom plan. I have like the cheapest paid Zoom plan. I've never needed anything else. So you can actually click here, and then you can click here and then paste your, like if I do this, you can paste your stream key right here. Okay, so here is going to be the same link for everyone. It's just saying this is the streaming URL, and then you want the link to your meeting to be right here. Okay, so if you want to invite them to the meeting, then you need to have that link there. If you're sending them to a page to watch or something like that, then you can have that link. But for my setup, to be able to utilize Zoom and it doesn't look different from anybody else, you can actually click there and then join the Zoom. Okay, so that is how you integrate with Zoom. Now, here is OBS, okay? Now, if you guys don't know how to use OBS, it can be very intimidating at first, but never fear. OBS is incredibly powerful. It is free. It's a great screen recorder. You can go live to one place at a time. Lots of advanced things that you can do. People ask me all the time, how do you get that scrolling banner at the top? It's simply a GIF that I created on Canva, and then I just placed it here as an overlay inside of my live. Okay, so this is actually what I use when I go live. Now, to incorporate Restream with OBS, because we're not going to do Zoom and OBS, right? We have to have one location that we're going to stream to Restream from, okay? We can't confuse Restream. We can't say, hey, use Zoom and OBS. We can only use one, okay? So we're going to go click Settings. And then you can see here where stream is. And again, that link will be the same. You can make sure that it's on service. And then you can paste your Restream key here. The same key that we were going to paste inside of Zoom. Okay. Now, with OBS, and where it says service up here, I can't change it because I'm live, but you could choose Restream and then connect your main Restream RTMP settings, your whole account Restream settings. You can connect that, and then every time you go live, it will be connected to Restream every single time. But if you want to prepare ahead of time and create an event and utilize YouTube and all of that, you need to do this each time. You need to choose a custom, use the live stream, and then make sure that you use that specific stream key from the event and not your main Restream account. So I don't see a lot of questions in the chat, so I'm guessing this is either very, very clear, or you guys are so overwhelmed that you're like, I'm not even watching today. Okay, so I'm going to move this over to the side here. Let me go back and let's look at our document. Okay, so I've showed you how to connect to Zoom, and I've showed you how to do OBS. Okay, I've even typed in the specific instructions here for you. Now, there are some things that we're going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to actually, let me just pull this up here. So tomorrow, today we talked about Monday, how to go live to many places at once. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how to send an email to your list when you create a new video or event on YouTube. Okay, so every single day I just showed you what I do to create my event on Restream and then be able to connect it to Zoom if it's our Friday Q&A, or OBS if it's through the week. But I'm also going to show you tomorrow how, when I do that, it actually will talk to my email autoresponder, and then it will send an email to my list with all of the information that I put in that event that I just created without me having to do anything. Okay, you set that up one time, you never have to worry about it again. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to show you how you can also send a Telegram message when a new video is added to YouTube. So again, when you set this up on Restream, not only do I send an email to my list with all of the event information and the training for that day, but it also sends a message to my Telegram channel. Okay. So that's with one action. Okay. That's with setting up my event on Restream. We'll send the email to my list. It will also send a message to my Telegram channel. Now, that's all great and everything. And that will set you up for success. That is streamlined to the best of its ability. But you also will get questions on your YouTube channel, okay? And you definitely want to make sure to reply to those questions on your YouTube channel. And there is actually a way that you can automate that process. And I'm going to show you how to do that on Thursday, okay? And then, of course, Friday is our normal Friday Q&A. So anyways, guys, I hope that you really learned something today. Definitely check the replay section for that document, and then utilize it. Let it help you walk through it. It seems so complicated, but hopefully by showing you guys those little tips, you can see don't get overwhelmed. It's really a simple process. So you guys can really make an impact and look like a professional video marketer without spending all day trying to manually do these things, okay? Automation is key to success as a solo entrepreneur. All right, so Maria says, great topic. I'm trying to learn this. Yay! And Shawana says, this was great info. Awesome, I'm so glad. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.